Iroas and Mogis were gods. Born of the heavens, they were as different as night and day. Iroas the elder was the embodiment of valor and glory. She basked in the light, her laughter echoing through the halls of their celestial home. Mogis, shrouded in shadows, was the god of wrath and brutality. His presence was a storm cloud, heavy with unspoken anger. Their father, the mighty god of the sky, looked upon Iroas with pride. Iroas, with her golden spear and sun-kissed skin, was the perfect warrior, the epitome of divine strength. She excelled in all things, her victories celebrated with songs and sacrifices. Mogis watched from the sidelines, his fists clenching tighter with each victory cry. Mogis craved their father's approval, yearned for the same love showered upon his sister. He trained relentlessly, his skills surpassing even Iroas's in their ferocity. Yet his victories were met with silence, his efforts dismissed. The sting of his father's indifference festered, twisting into a bitter resentment. The whispers started subtly. Ancient beings, enemies of their father, saw the darkness that festered in Mogis's heart. They saw a god ignored, a power untapped. They whispered promises of recognition, of power surpassing even their father's. Mogis listened, his anger a hungry beast. He saw the truth in their words, the injustice of his treatment. He would prove his worth, even if it meant siding with his family's enemies. He would show them all, even Iroas, the true meaning of power. A plan began to form in his mind, a terrible plan fueled by years of bitterness and resentment. He would take what he deserved, even if it meant destroying everything his father held dear. He would make them all pay, even Iroas. The night of the betrayal was long and bloody. Mogis, empowered by the dark forces he had embraced, struck down his own parents. The heavens trembled at his audacity, at the raw power he unleashed. Iroas, arriving too late, could only watch in horror as his brother stood triumphant over their fallen parents. Words were exchanged that night, words filled with pain and rage that echoed through the ages. Iroas, heartbroken and enraged, swore vengeance for their parents' murder. Mogis, his eyes burning with cold fury, vowed to tear down everything Iroas held dear. Their battle raged, a storm of divine fury that ripped apart the heavens. Mountains crumbled, oceans boiled, and the very fabric of reality threatened to unravel. Finally, exhausted but unbroken, they were forced to withdraw, their hatred a burning ember waiting to be rekindled. The war between Iroas and Mogis became an eternal struggle, a constant clash of ideals. Iroas, championing justice and honor, gathered legions of followers to her cause. Mogis, reveling in chaos and destruction, commanded armies of monsters and nightmares. But fate, it seemed, had other plans. Iroas, in a brief moment of respite, found solace in the arms of a mortal bard. Their love, forbidden yet undeniable, resulted in the birth of Damien. This child, blessed with the blood of a god, possessed unimaginable power, a power that Mogis craved. Damien's powers manifested early, wild and uncontrollable. Fearing for her son and the world, Iroas sought the help of Annam, the weaver of fate. Annam, with a heavy heart, crafted a straitjacket, a mystical garment that could contain Damien's powers. It was then that Mogis struck, abducting Damien from under Iroas's nose. The prophecy was clear. Damien's power, unleashed, could reshape the world. And Mogis, with the straitjacket in his possession, held the key. The eternal war had reached a terrifying turning point.